Good morning, children. How are you? And I hope that you all are feeling very happy, very fine, very fit, and full of new desire, full of new hopes, and also new positive thoughts. So, children, let's begin the day with new and enthusiastic mood and happy moments and happy thoughts and positive thoughts. Okay, children, let's start the day. Children, as you know that we have completed the previous chapter, we have already completed the landscape of the soul, and we have completed that chapter in previous lecture. So now children, I will send you the question answer of that chapter also to you. And now in today's lecture we are going to start a new chapter, that is the from your prose section only, and this is your last chapter from the section. And the chapter's name is The Ailing Planet, The Green Movement's Role, written by Nani Palkhi Wala. So, children, let's know about a small introduction. Let's start a small introduction about its author, that is Nani Palkhi Wala. Nani Palkhi Wala was born in 16th January 1920 in Bombay. That was Bombay Presidency under British India. And he died in 11 December 2002 at the age of 82 in Mumbai. And he was jurist. He was a famous economist, and he got the nationality of India, and he became an Indian. So, Nani Palkhiwala, an Indian jurist and civil rights activist, he was born in 16 January, as I told you, 1920, and died in December 11, 2002, was revered in India as a top authority on constitutional law and government finance. In 1958, Palkhiwala, a lawyer and private businessman, he began an annual tradition of publicly expounding on the country's budget, and these speeches brought him renown as an expert on taxation and as a gifted orator. He remained politically active later in life, lobbying for better living standards for India's poor and for a more effective and responsible government. So, Nani Palkhiwala, you can say that he was a lawyer, he was a jurist, he was an economist, and he was also a famous businessman, and also he had a knowledge he has the knowledge of politics, he had the knowledge of economics, as well as he had the knowledge of literature also, and he had the knowledge of all era. So, children, this lesson, The Ailing Planet, The Green Movement's Role, is an article of Nani Palkhiwala on the declining health of the earth, which was written in 1994. This lesson is an article written by Nani Palkhiwala in 1994 on the health of the earth, and it deals with the deterioration of the earth and bad condition of the earth. And the issues that he raised in this lesson are not improving but worsening. The situation is very alarming. The thinkers are now creating breathing awareness to save the earth degradation. Man himself can make or mar his destiny. And he also deals in this chapter, and he tells that man can save human race or destroy all forms of life. The present indications are not encouraging any hope or improvements, because day by day the increasing pollution of the environment is creating problems, space problem and survival problems. Man is rightly said to be the world most, and in this chapter, children, he declares, and he said and he declared that man is rightly said to be the world's most dangerous animal, and he walks freely and in large herds like savages in the past. Man is the most dangerous animal, according to the Palkhiwala. He said that man is the rightly said to be the world's most dangerous animal because he walks freely and in large herds like savages in the past, and his war weapons are millions times deadlier than swords and spears. And the poisonous chemicals and gases and the carbon dioxide and the industrial waste are the real enemies of our race. And he also tells that forests are disappearing, the deserts are expanding, the earth is becoming inhabitable, our planet is in trouble. Chiefly because of a population boom, because of an explosion of the population, our planet is in trouble. He also draws our attention to these burning issues of the day in his thought-provoking article, that is the Ailing Planet, the Green Movement's Role. Now, children, before starting the explanation of the chapter, let's have a look over some expressions given in the chapter, and these expressions are very important to understand the topic, to understand the chapter. So, the first expression is a holistic and ecological view. It means treating as a whole and affecting all the components of nature. यानी सभी जो संपूर्ण और सभी से जुड़ा हुआ जो environmental science है उससे related, that is called the holistic and ecological view. यानी treating as a whole and affecting all the components of nature. Second one is sustainable development. What is sustainable development? It is a development that does not deprive the future generation of their due. कहने का मतलब है कि इसका मतलब ये है कि हम जो अर्थ का जो यूज़ है, जो अर्थ का जो है अपनी नीड्स को पूरी करने के बाद जो है आने वाली जनरेशन के लिए जो है वो उनकी नीड्स पूरी करने के लिए जो है वो हमें सोचना चाहिए, हमें अर्थ को जो है वो प्रिजर्व करना चाहिए, उसको प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहिए. दैट इज़ कॉल्ड द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. यानी पूरी तरीके से हमें उसका अर्थ का विकास करना चाहिए टू गिव द अर्थ in more and better in better condition to our generation and the generation. The next one is ignominious word, that is called the hateful. Ignominious is hateful, and here the word is given ignominious darkness, means the hateful, or you can say that कि इसको निंदनीय कहते हैं, निंदनीय. And the last one is languish, that is growing weak and dying. So children, the following article, that was the Ailing Planet, the Green Movement's Role, was written by Nani Palkhiwala and published in the Indian Express on 24th November 1994. The issues that he raised regarding the declining health of Earth, as I told you earlier, continue to have relevance. So the chapter starts with the green movement. Now let's know about what is green movement. The chapter's title itself is the green movement's role. What is green movement? Now green movement, the green movement, you can say that in the world history, which has gripped in the imagination of entire human race so completely, so rapidly as the green movement. The movement which gripped the imagination of the entire human race completely and rapidly is the green movement, which started nearly 25 years ago in 1972 in the New Zealand. And this was the world's first nationwide green party, which was founded in where? New Zealand. And since then this movement has not looked back. कहने का मतलब ये है बच्चों कि कोई भी वर्ल्ड के हिस्ट्री में ऐसी कोई घटना जो है, ऐसी कोई इंसिडेंट ऐसा नहीं हुआ, किसी क्रांति को जो है कोई स्मरण नहीं कर सकता जिसने ह्यूमन बीइंग की इमेजिनेशंस को पूरी तरीके से और इतनी इतनी ज़्यादा रैपिडली यानी शीघ्रता से जो है वो जकड़ लिया हो, जितना कि उसने हरित क्रांति ने किया, यानी ग्रीन रिवॉल्यूशन ने किया, ग्रीन मूवमेंट ने किया, जो लगभग कितने साल पहले शुरू हुआ? 25 ईयर्स पहले जो है वो शुरू हुआ था. और कब हुआ था? इन 1972 में सबसे पहले शुरू हुआ इन न्यूजीलैंड. और फिर न्यूजीलैंड ने जो है तब से ये जो मूवमेंट है वो आगे ही बढ़ता गया, उसने कभी भी नेवर लुक्ड बैक. नेक्स्ट चिल्ड्रन, द ऑथर talks about shift of perspective of human beings. Yani now we have a lot of changes. We have experienced a lot of changes towards the world. Now and also we hope also we hope that now there will be no changes. Now there will be no changes occurred next. Now, what is the shift of perceptive? What is the perception of human beings? Now, the author tells about that this perception shifted from the mechanistic view to a holistic and ecological view of the world. It is as revolutionary as that introduced by Copernicus. What he has given, he taught mankind in the 16th century what that the earth and the other planets revolve around the sun. He gave the theory which tells about the revolution of earth and other planets around the sun. He gave this theory to the mankind, and this shifting of human perception, this green movement was just like that theory, which became a revolutionary step, which became a revolutionary measure, which became. So, children, it is just like that theory which Copernicus gave to mankind. That his theory became is like a revolutionary thought to in the world, and this green movement also just like the Copernicus theory became a revolution in the world of mankind. Now, the author says that what author says that for the first time in human history, there is a growing worldwide consciousness that the earth itself is a living organism. For the first time, the author is informing us, the author tells that for the first time in the human history, it occurs that there is a growing worldwide awareness that the earth itself is a living organism. Earth is an enormous being of which we are parts. It has its own metabolic needs, and it has its own essential process which need to be respected and preserved, which need to be protected and preserved. कहने का मतलब ये है बच्चों कि इसमें ऑथर ही कह रहा है कि जैसे कि हम मतलब ये होप करते हैं, आशा करते हैं कि अब जो है कोई परिवर्तन जैसे हमारी जो ग्लोब के अर्थ के लिए हमारे जो आउटलुक है, जो हमारी सोच बदली है, हम आशा करते हैं कि अब कोई ऐसी चीज़ ना बदले, और ये अब जो है वो इकोलॉजिकल हो गया, होलिस्टिक हो गया, टू प्रिजर्व करना, अर्थ को प्रिजर्व करना और प्रोटेक्ट करना. और ये एक ऐसा रिवोल्यूशनरी स्टेप है जैसा कि कॉपरनिकस ने पहले शुरू किया था. उसने 16th सेंचुरी में जो है वो ह्यूमन मैनकाइंड को ये सिखाया कि जो अर्थ है और सारे जो प्लैनेट्स हैं, अदर्स प्लैनेट्स हैं, वो सन के चारों ओर जो है वो घूमते हैं, उसका चक्कर काटते हैं. तो ये पहली बार ये ह्यूमन हिस्ट्री में हुआ कि पूरे संसार में बढ़ती हुई चेतना है कि पृथ्वी जो है, ये बढ़ती हुई जो अवेयरनेस है कि पृथ्वी जो ये अर्थ है वो एक जो है वो एक लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म है, एक लिविंग बीइंग है. और ये जो है ये एक ऐसा लिविंग बीइंग है, ये एक ऐसा गोलाकार प्राणी है, ये गोलाकार लिविंग बीइंग है जिसके हम पार्ट्स हैं, जिसके हम एक हिस्से हैं, जिसके हम जो हैं वो भाग हैं. और यही और ये ऐसी ये एक और इसकी ये प्रक्रियाएं हैं, और जिसका जो है वो जिसको रिस्पेक्ट करना, जिसका हमें रिस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए, और जिसको हमें प्रिजर्व और प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहिए. एंड दैट इज़ द मोटो, एंड दिस इज़ द मोटो, दिस इज़ द मैसेज व्हाट ऑथर इज टेलिंग इन दिस पैराग्राफ, इन दिस point, in this whole point, in this whole paragraph. Now next the author says that now author believes that earth becomes a patient. Now earth is now just like a patient, because the earth is now earth is a patient. He believed that earth as a patient, because the health of the earth is declining because of what? Due to the human impact on natural resources. Because human is consuming the natural resources, the human is wasting the human natural resources. The human is hurting the nature. The human is destroying the nature. The human is making the whole environment polluted, and also that is why the earth has become a patient. And the author firmly he genuinely, he virtually believe in this fact that the earth has now become a patient. And you can say that ki now, because of the earth's vital sign decline and discloses, the earth's vital signs disclose a patient in declining, patient for what? Because of its declining health. And in this paragraph, in this point of view, the author says that we have begun to realize our ethic obligation. Now it's time to realize our moral duties. What is our moral duties to what are our moral duties towards the nature, towards the earth? Now it's time to realize our ethical obligations. Ethical obligation means our moral correct duties. To realize our moral correct duties for what? To be good stewards, to be good person who takes care of the earth. Now here the author has written a word in your paragraph, stewards. Stewards means the person who takes care of the look after the passengers on a ship or an aircraft. So the author wants us to realize our moral duties towards the globe, towards our earth, and also he wants us to be a good person who looks after our earth, who look after persons who look after the passengers, who look after the earth with full moral duties, with full attention. So the author says that and be responsible, and he stresses on the fact, on the thing, on the moral, that be responsible, be as a responsible trustee. Trustee means कि one trustee, you can say that the members of a board given some powers of administration or property in trust, that is called trustee. So the same thing the author wants from us also. He wants us to become a responsible trustee, a trustee who looks after the nature, the earth, the globe, and also and to preserve this legacy. Legacy is our globe, the earth is a legacy. Legacy means कह सकते हैं ना कि inherited property. The earth is not our private property. The earth is a inherited property. In fact, we have borrowed this earth from our predecessors. We have borrowed it. So the author is trying to remind us that this earth, this globe, is not our private property. It is an inherited property. It is just like the property, inherited property, which we have borrowed from our predecessors. So this earth is for all. The globe is for all. And so the author is trying to remind us that be a responsible trustee, be a responsible person with and the author is making us aware to realize our moral duties towards the earth, towards the protection, towards the preservation of the earth. And this legacy, the earth is a legacy, because the author is saying that the earth is a legacy. And then now because legacy is in what sense, so children, legacy in what sense? Why the author is saying that the earth is a legacy, we should protect this legacy, because it is an inherited property. It is not a private property. So earth is for all the human beings, for all the living organism. So we should protect it, we should protect it, we should preserve it, and also protect it and preserve it for the future generation. So it is our moral responsibility to protect it. It is our moral ethical responsibility. It is our moral responsibility to protect and to preserve the earth for future generation. We should realize our moral responsibilities toward the earth to make the earth more better for our future generation. कहने का मतलब ये है बच्चों कि जैसे कि ये जो हमारे मॉरल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बन जाती है कि हम इस प्लैनेट के एक अच्छे ट्रस्टी बने, और आने वाली पीढ़ियों के लिए, आने वाली जनरेशन के लिए ये जो लेगेसी है, जो ये विरासत है, हमें और अच्छे जो सिचुएशन में हमें छोड़ जानी चाहिए, और जिसके लिए हम एक जिम्मेदार बने, इसके लिए हम एक रिस्पॉन्सिबल पर्सन बने. So this is the message what author is trying to convey us, that be a good trustee. So the author is saying that we should but now earth is now a patient because of the declining health of the earth, because of the declining health of the earth. So because of the declining health of the earth became a patient. Now earth has become a patient, and due to human impact on natural resources, because of the human impact here, because human is consuming, human is deteriorating, human is devastating all the natural resources. And at last, the author is trying to remind us that it is our moral responsibility to protect and preserve the earth. Now children, next the author for the how to preserve the earth, how to protect the earth. And in order to protect and preserve the earth, the author is giving the concept of sustainable development. And this sustainable development is very essential, is very necessary in the protection and in the preservation of the globe, or you can say the earth. So what he is giving the concept, what is this concept of sustainable development, and what is the meaning of sustainable development? So sustainable development is that, children, I told in the also in the expression, that this development that does not deprive the future generation of their due. The author is saying that the concept of sustainable development was first popularized in 1987 by the World Commission of Environment and Development. And in its report, it defined the idea. It gave the definition of this sustainable development as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their needs. That is, without stripping the natural world of resources from future generation would need. So in the report by the World Commission on Environment and Development in 1987, the definition was explained about sustainable development as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their needs. That is, you can say that without stripping the natural world of resources from future generations would need. It means the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their needs. And also it is a key to human survival, because here it is a key. Why it is key? Because sustainable development is very necessary. It is just like an important key for human survival and prosperity in the future, because if we are not paying attention towards the preservation and towards the protection of the earth, then the future generation will not get the better and beautiful earth. मतलब कहने का मतलब ये है बच्चों कि हम अपनी नीड्स पूरी करने के बाद जो है, जो आने वाली जनरेशन है, उनकी नीड्स को भी ध्यान दें, उनके नीड्स पर भी हम अपना अटेंशन रखें कि हमें जो है अपने इस ग्लोब को जो है और बेहतर और बेटर जो है सिचुएशन में उनको देना है. क्योंकि ये जो अर्थ है वो हम ये मान के चलते हैं कि हम ये अर्थ जो है ये कि इनहेरिटेड प्रॉपर्टी है, जो हमने अपने जो है वो पिछले हमको पिछले जो है वो हमारे इनहेरिटेड प्रॉपर्टी है, और हमको अपनी आने वाली जनरेशन के लिए जो है उनकी ज़रूरतों को पूरा करने के लिए जो है हमें अपने ग्लोब को और बेहतर कंडीशन में उनको वापस करनी है, उनको देनी है. इस तरह ये सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट है. ये सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट के हर तरह का विकास जो है वो पूरी तरीके से डेवलप होना चाहिए अर्थ, यानी उसके रिसोर्सेज भी प्रिजर्व्ड हो, उसके फॉरेस्ट भी प्रिजर्व हो, और अर्थ की ग्रीनरी भी जो है वो प्रिजर्व हो. तो इस तरह का डेवलपमेंट दैट मीट्स द नीड्स ऑफ द प्रेजेंट विदाउट कॉम्प्रोमाइजिंग द एबिलिटी ऑफ फ्यूचर जनरेशन टू मीट देयर नीड्स, यानी हम अपनी ज़रूरत पूरी करने का, अपनी नीड्स पूरी करने के बाद जो है आने वाली जनरेशन की नीड को भी पूरी जो है वो करने का मौका उन्हें भी दे, या उनको उनके नीड्स का भी हमें ख्याल या अटेंशन करना चाहिए. दैट इज़ द मैसेज द ऑथर इज ट्राइंग टू गिव अस. व्हाट the concept of sustainable development, and that development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their नीड्स. कहने का मतलब है कि जो पृथ्वी के जो आप कह सकते हो कि जो इम्पोर्टेंट सिंबल्स हैं उनको प्रकट करते हैं कि ये 1987 में बच्चों जो आपका ये 1987 में जो वर्ल्ड कमीशन ऑन इन्वायरमेंट और डेवलपमेंट का जो रिपोर्ट थी, उसमें जो है वो यही सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की जो है इस कॉन्सेप्ट को, इस आइडिया को इस तरह डिफ़ाइन किया गया था कि विकास जो वर्तमान की आवश्यकताओं को पूरा करे, यानी डेवलपमेंट जो कि प्रेजेंट की नीड्स को पूरा करे और आने वाली पीढ़ियों की आवश्यकताओं की ज़रूरतों को पूरा करने की कैपेबिलिटी, योग्यता से समझौता किए बगैर ऐसा करे, यानी उनकी आने वाली जो जनरेशन है उनकी भी नीड्स को जो है वो पूरा कर सके. दैट इज कॉल्ड द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. सो द ऑथर इज ट्राइंग टू गिव द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट to make us aware about the need of earth, about the need of better earth and better globe for our future generation. And this sustainable development is just like is a very important key to for human survival and prosperity in the future. So children, we will stop here, and in next lecture we will continue this chapter, and I hope that we will finish the chapter also. So we will stop here today, and I request you that please watch the video, and if you want to write the important points, whatever I am giving in the video, if you want to write, then write them in your copy and read it and read them and read those points and read the chapter also.